Welcome back, folks. Federation TV, we carry on talking about sport in the Western Cape. We now turn our attention to gymnastics. Of course, gymnastics is one of the world's biggest sports, been around for a long time, as we know. And we've got some athletes in South Africa that are doing fantastic, and we've got some athletes in the Western Cape also that are doing really great. And of course, high performance is a big component of gymnastics and being successful in gymnastics. And to tell me more about gymnastics in the Western Cape and high performance coaching within the Western Cape gymnastics structures, we've managed to get Lyndsay Buckley on the line with us. Lyndsay, nice to see you on the other side. How are things on your side?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Lyndsay, first time for us to catch up with you. Let's start at the beginning. High performance coach. I mean, that's a fairly advanced position. It's a little bit more than casual coaching.
Yeah, it's quite demanding. I mean, it's long hours. It's quite a high level of gymnastics. So the amount of time you have to put in to coaching these kids is quite immense. But it's very rewarding as well. I was actually asked the other day by one of my parents, how come there's so few high performance coaches in Western Cape and South Africa? And I just said, it's quite a challenge. It's hard work. You have to put in the work to get out, the rewards and stuff. But it's definitely a kind of, I was always competitive as a gymnast myself. So I like the challenge. I like to be challenged. So I think, that's one of the reasons why I decided to go this way.
I was fortunate enough to meet Epke Zonderland, one of the Olympic gold medalists that you guys had here in the Western Cape a year or two ago. We're talking about fairly high level there, obviously Olympic champion. How difficult is it to get to that sort of level?
Well, as I said, for the kids, it's long hours. It's a very disciplined sport with determination. You need so many aspects. Never mind just the physical side. The mental side is also even more important. So it's long hours and lots of hard work. The kids sometimes have to take off school. Many clubs and many gymnasts up country do training morning, and they're all homeschooled, and they do morning training as well as afternoon training. Wow. We unfortunately not there yet, but it's such a fine line between pushing the kids a little bit too hard. So we're training 3 to 4 hours every day, and the ages range from say 9, 10 years up to about 14, 15. So it's quite tough, but you've got to make sure that there's an even balance. And most important is that they have to be happy. I think I've also learned that, they must be happy, and we have to push hard. I mean, if it's high performance, you still got to push, but you've got to be so careful of the limits as well.
Tell us a little bit about the kids that you've got training with you at the moment.
So we have quite a wide, field of gymnastics in our club. We do recreational beginners from 4 years up, and then we go all the way up to my high performance gymnasts. And as I said, they train. It's all different levels of gymnastics in our club. But I myself concentrate on the high performance gymnasts.
Of course, one of the components of high performance is one does get injured, and during injury you have to go through the process of bouncing back. We see some interesting challenges there in your space at the moment.
Yes, So we're a high performance club, and I think it's quite vital. I don't know if you've heard of the pits that the high performance gymnasts can train in. So it's basically a big hole in the floor with foam pits. We unfortunately do not have that. And so with regards to our throw and our skills and the difficulty level, we're quite challenged with that, because we have to be so sure that the kids know exactly what they're doing. Because of landings and stuff. So determination is key, and to know that if you fall, you have to just get back up again and keep working. So
Lyndsay, just a final question. Do we have any news about when might be the first competition going forward?
Well, funny enough, you say that. I'm actually hosting my first competition tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is going to be quite challenging.
Well, that's we were just speaking to the guys from climbing who were saying that their first championships is on the 18th of December. So that was news for us then. You're saying we've got our first one tomorrow. I mean, that's fantastic.
Okay, so this isn't a Western Cape one. This is just an internal club competition. Yeah. But I find it very important for the kids to stay motivated. Yes. You know, lockdown was very long. We did lots of Zoom lessons, and there's so much you can do. The girls were struggling to keep motivated. So once back in the gym, we don't expect much from them. We just want a fun day. It's an annual competition I hold every year. We call it Swing into Spring. So they get dressed up in all colors and flowers, and we make sure every child gets a medal. You know, they can have spotting if they want spotting. But basically just to get back into that competitive side and just be challenged a little bit.
That's fantastic.
So we're doing that tomorrow. Obviously, no parents or no audience allowed.
Yes.
So,
Lyndsay, we're going to have to leave it at that. We're a little bit tight on the clock at the moment. Just finally, if people want to join Western Cape Gymnastics, join our local club, how's the best way to go about it?
So they can go onto the Western Cape website, which is, and all the clubs are there, and then and with email addresses, and then depending on obviously which area they're in, or which if you want to do high performance, then my club is probably the best. And then they can phone the clubs or email the clubs, and trial lessons can be set up, and then they can go and join.
Lyndsay, we're just breaking up there, so we're going to say goodbye, and thank you very much for a fantastic chat, and we look forward to getting a lot of photographs from the gym. We want to see these athletes in action. We want to see how they all did at the Swing into Spring competition, and so we say good luck and hello to everybody, and stay safe, of course.
Thank you. Bye.
There we go, folks. Lyndsay Buckley, of course, high performance coach at Western Cape Gymnastics. And what fantastic news to know that our athletes are getting back into action, and Lyndsay hosting her first internal competition. I think that is absolutely fantastic, and you can of course find her at the Mega Gymnastics Club in Montague Gardens, and her first competition then of course tomorrow's Swing into Spring. We think that is great. And remember, if you want to start gymnastics or join a gymnastics club, just go and look for the Western Cape Gymnastics website. Gymnastics is a fantastic opportunity, folks, not only at high performance level but also for kids out there who want to get started. Of course, they've got these Gym for Life programs and many other programs in gymnastics that everybody can participate in. So really, from young to old, gymnastics is available for everybody. So that's great for sport. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking to our sports administrators, coaches, players, and managers, if you wish, from Western Cape Sport. Back in a sec.
Okay, we're doing bent over rows into reverse flies. Make sure you have some dumbbells or water bottles. Make sure the water bottles are filled up. Even soup cans, tin cans, anything that's got some weight to it. Okay, so from here, leaning over, feet nice and shoulder width apart. You're going to do a row, so up, down, into a reverse fly. As you pull back, squeeze the lower shoulder blades together. So it's a squeeze all the way down and out to the side. Now remember, with that setup, make sure the back is nice and straight, and we're focusing on pulling that tummy in tight as you go row, down, out, back. Row, down, out, back. We're doing reverse lunges with a twist. So make sure you've got a weight, a water bottle that's filled up, or a tin can, anything that you can hold. If you have medicine balls, that's great. Okay, so from here, you're going into a frontal lunge with a twist across the leg that's in the front. Twist across, step back, change legs, twist across. So each time, chest up, not coming forwards, and watch that alignment of that knee as you twist over.
Welcome back, folks.